Yo, 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 it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about everywhere you go, woman will feel your energy. Semen retention. Everywhere you go, women will feel your energy on semen retention. For the mere fact, when you decide to go on semen retention, we have to start giving credit where credit's due. All semen retention is just up leveling your masculinity. So when you do face challenges, you don't bend over. Like you can withstand adversity. You can withstand certain things that come at you, and you can be your true authentic self, because you start becoming your true authentic self when you go on semen retention. When you're fapping regularly, you're living your synthetic self. When you're on retention, you tend to become more of your true self, and this self is a little bit probably more masculine, probably just more can is okay being vulnerable as well too. Everything starts and ends with your masculinity. What you say starts with your masculinity. What you say, and masculinity equals being outcome independent. You say things regardless of what the effect may be. You're saying it because it's how you truly feel at the moment. This is exactly what starts to happen when you go on retention. You can actually express yourself. There's an example today. I will even say today, I went to the mall with this person, and their pre-selection is a legitimate thing, because once you're with a person, people, well, especially women who are more keen, because women are more herd minded. They're herd minded. They usually, if you're with a person, if you go out in public with a woman, you might be more pre-selected if that woman maybe looks a bit looks maybe appealing. You might become pre-selected, and this is exactly what happens. This is exactly what happened today. This is first nature of pre-selection, semen retention, masculinity, all at once. A lot of things in life are meant to teach you lessons. The cowards, the betas, they look at the failures in their life as reasons for them to stop doing it. They don't learn from their mistakes. They make they're very negative. You cannot get ahead in life if you're always negative. Being negative is literally one of the most is a feminine trait. Women love drama and sometimes negativity. Being positive, you're supposed to be a center. You're supposed to be the center and the structure of things, and you can only really get ahead by being positive, because in the end, or at least as time goes by, you want your life to be more optimistic, unless you just like living in misery. There are people who do like living in misery, but usually people tend to be more positive, and masculinity and positivity go hand in hand. There is a correlation between being positive and being masculine, because masculine dudes always see the best case scenario, or they see the better case scenarios in life. They see the better case scenarios. The feminine beta male dudes, they're always taking out what they see in life super literal. They don't look at what happens in life, and they don't see what it can do to teach you. You have to start looking at life at what it's teaching you, instead of looking at it so three-dimensional, so human-minded, so carnal. You have to look at it, what can this be teaching me? This is the difference between people who get ahead, and people who stay in the same spot. People who whatever comes at them negatively, they take it as, oh, they just take it super literal, and they don't take it as what this could be teaching me, and then they lose hope, and they stop trying. Imagine what stop trying. Like, stop trying is literally one of is another beta male behavior, because if you stop trying, if you give up, then you are submitting to the reality, and you're not, at that point you lose your masculinity, and now you're letting someone else take a hand in the driver's seat instead of you being the cause. So when you go on retention, when you stop fapping for once and you're in a public place, oh, there's going to be women galore. It's not, at this point, it's very, very prevalent. I should have had a body camera. It was there's a lot of it. It was very noticeable, just because you may come across as someone who comes across as more masculine, who physically may look good. Nothing is physique, like, not to come across as shallow, but someone who does have a better than average physique obviously gets a lot more stares, and might have maybe even more of an intriguing life, because they went through something to get something. People don't like boring. People don't like average. They like things that are maybe hard to get, but it's more satisfying. It's more satisfying in the long run. The difference is how you perceive setbacks and failures. This is literally the difference between different men. How do you perceive failure? Weak men perceive failure as, oh, I have to stop and quit. Strong men perceive failure as, I have to keep going, and what is this teaching me? So when you go on retention, if you want more woman attraction in your life, this is the best start. If your semen retention usually is for guys who are kind of just like, starting out, and they want to acquire things more in life. They want to have a better than average lifestyle. They want to acquire, maybe it might even be more material things, and there's nothing wrong with trying to acquire material things. They want something a bit more, better than average. So they decide to abstain from releasing, just so they can reap the fruits of their labor. So they can have that sixth gear to go all the way when they really need it. It's like football, when your team really needs a score, who really comes in the clutch. This is how you may have to look at retention at some point. That sixth gear, that emotional intelligence in general, how you perceive things will go better for you. Yeah, they have to go better for you though. If you're not physically going through any physical turmoil, if you're not doing anything like, running or something, going through some sort of physical turmoil puts you in a state where you can cope with hard things. And this is how you'll enjoy better things ever. But if you're never going through any hard things, you're never really learning any real lessons, then you can't really appreciate when things are going well. This is exactly how you look at it. The weak guys aren't, like I said, don't know how to withstand adversity. Don't know how to withstand going through negative things. They fold very quickly. They will fold very quickly. The difference is the top dudes, the more maybe even more just, maybe masculine, maybe they just tend to cope with adversity better. They tend to cope with turmoil and things going bad. It's harder for them to be manipulated because they have a strong structure. You have to have a strong base in order so you can't be put off center so quickly. Guys get put off center very quickly. You have to train this muscle every single day to be more stoic in the midst of adversity. How do you respond? This is the true test. This is the true test. If you want your life to be more meaningful and everything like that, then you have to withstand adversity. You can't make any diamonds without pressure. No pressure, no diamonds, as they like to say it. You gotta withstand some pressure. Once you withstand that pressure, you have that muscle. You have that muscle recall, and now you can go somewhere even further than you previously thought. But if you don't want to withstand that adversity, you'll have security. You'll have security. You'll be comfortable, but you can never really reach those higher heights because there's paradigms. There's, like, as they say there's levels to this. There's paradigms. There's just different problems. Different people have different problems. So when you go on retention, when you do decide to go on retention and you're in a public place, you definitely will get more woman attraction easy. If you are a master at body language, and at this point, I would consider myself a very, very good at body language based off the fact that I was able to go through a lot of different people in terms of doing like a door-to-door job, face-to-face interaction where you have to adjust yourself accordingly based off how people are perceiving you, people are acting. This is a skill that can make you maybe even affluent, because you have to know how to sell. You're selling yourself every single day. You have to know how to sell. And whether you don't think you're selling or not, you are probably always selling when it comes to woman attraction, when you're selling yourself for a thing, business, all these other things. Some people just know how to do things better than other people. This is the bottom line. So, I mean, like I said, retention, there's going to be woman attraction. There's going to be a lot of energy. People are going to feel your energy. People may even start conversations with you. Be very wary of animals who come close to you, or children who don't think twice, that want to hug you and stuff, because you have good masculine energy. You have good energy. I remember one time I went to someone's house. Their dogs, I was with two other dudes, but their dogs all decided to come up to me and like jump up on me and stuff, just because probably I had they can sense the masculine energy. Now, how does a dog sense any of this? This is universal language. Anybody, whether they speak English or not, they can feel masculine presence. You have to have masculine presence. This is how you can get ahead. Do the hard things now, you get easier things later. Do the easy things now, you will get a harder life later. This is exactly how it is. If you have questions, if you have comments on some things that people are that you may have questions with, I'm starting a community soon, a Facebook group community of like-minded individuals who just want to boss up and level up and keep each other accountable. Comment your retention journey. We will see you in the next one.